Ever wondered what goes behind the scenes in making your favorite tomato ketchup? In this video, we will delve into the fascinating process of how tomato ketchup is made. From the planting of tomatoes to the bottling of the final product, every step is carefully executed to ensure the high-quality ketchup that millions of people around the world enjoy daily. Let's take a closer look at how this beloved condiment comes to life, step by step. Before we dive into this exciting process, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you're curious about how everyday products are made. Let's explore the ketchup making process right now. History of tomato ketchup. The origins of tomato ketchup trace back to the 17th century in Southeast Asia, where a fermented fish sauce called kecap, pronounced ketchup, was widely used. The sauce, made from fermented fish, brine, salt, and spices, was utilized as a condiment and flavor enhancer in local dishes. This early version of ketchup became popular throughout various Asian cultures, but it wasn't until the early 19th century that American inventors began to experiment with this idea, ultimately creating a tomato-based version. The recipe for tomato ketchup gradually evolved by incorporating ingredients like tomatoes, sugar, vinegar, and a variety of spices. This new version of ketchup was introduced to the American market in the early 1800s. In 1876, Heinz, a leading food company, began mass-producing tomato ketchup, forever changing the landscape of the condiment industry. The signature Heinz recipe included tomatoes, vinegar, sugar, salt, and a mix of spices, making it a tangy, sweet sauce that would go on to dominate kitchens across the world. Since then, tomato ketchup has become a quintessential element of American cuisine and has spread globally as a go-to accompaniment for various foods such as fries, burgers, and hot dogs. Growing the tomatoes. Tomatoes are the core ingredient in tomato ketchup, and growing them requires careful attention to environmental conditions. Tomatoes are considered warm-season plants, and they thrive best in regions where both air and soil temperatures are favorable. The ideal temperature range for optimal growth is between 18 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Celsius, while the soil temperature should be at least 12 degrees Celsius for successful germination and growth. Typically, tomatoes are grown from seedlings, which are first cultivated indoors before being transplanted outdoors. Starting indoors allows the plants to mature in a controlled environment and protects them from the cold. Tomato seeds are typically planted indoors approximately 6 to 8 weeks before the last expected frost of the season. Once the seedlings are large enough and the danger of frost has passed, they are carefully transplanted into outdoor gardens or fields. The soil that tomatoes grow in plays an important role in the plant's development. The soil should be well drained, rich in organic matter, and have a pH level between 5.5 and 6.8 for optimal tomato growth. Additionally, while tomatoes require ample moisture, the soil should not be overly soggy, as excess water can damage the roots and hinder growth. Growing seasons of tomatoes. Tomatoes come in various types that mature at different rates. The growing season for tomatoes is divided into early, mid-season, and late-season varieties, each with its own requirements and maturation times. Early season tomatoes. These tomatoes typically require 50 to 60 days after transplanting to reach harvest. Early season varieties are prized for their quick turnaround time, allowing farmers to harvest tomatoes sooner in the growing season. Mid-season tomatoes. These varieties take a little longer to mature, typically requiring 60 to 80 days to reach harvest. Mid-season tomatoes are often popular due to their balanced characteristics in terms of flavor, texture, and yield. Late-season tomatoes. Late-season varieties are the longest to mature, typically needing 80 or more days to ripen fully. These tomatoes are often harvested in late summer or early fall and tend to have a richer flavor profile. Each variety is carefully selected based on its growing conditions and the needs of the farm. Farmers strategically plant different varieties to ensure a steady supply of tomatoes for processing throughout the harvest season. Harvesting the tomatoes. The harvesting process of tomatoes is a crucial step in producing high-quality ketchup. Tomatoes are generally harvested between June and July, depending on the growing region's climate and the variety of tomatoes being cultivated. To achieve maximum efficiency, the process is often mechanized. Specialized machines, known as super harvester machines, are commonly used for the harvesting process. These machines are designed to collect large quantities of tomatoes in a short period, ensuring smooth operation and reducing labor costs. Harvesting machinery. Super harvester machines are equipped with various features to improve efficiency and minimize damage to the tomatoes during harvesting. Width adjustability. The harvester's pickup width can be adjusted, typically ranging from 150 centimeters to 190 centimeters. This flexibility ensures that the machine can harvest tomatoes planted in double rows with different row spacing, improving the efficiency of the operation. Windshield and sorting belt. The harvester is fitted with a windshield to shield the tomatoes from harsh weather conditions and a sorting belt that helps separate and sort the tomatoes by size and ripeness. This ensures that only the best quality tomatoes are transported to the processing facility. High-capacity bulk elevators. These elevators are capable of handling large quantities of tomatoes. They feature rubber flights that gently carry the fruit, reducing the risk of bruising during transport. Once harvested, the tomatoes are carefully transported from the field to the factory. This process is often done using water flumes or inclined channels. The use of water helps wash the tomatoes and prevents bruising as they are moved from the truck to the processing facility. The tomatoes are typically washed several times before they are ready for further processing into ketchup. Preparing the tomatoes for ketchup production. Once harvested, the tomatoes undergo a series of steps to transform them into a delicious ketchup base. First, the tomatoes are sorted and cleaned to remove any dirt, leaves, or debris. They are then chopped and pre-cooked to soften the fruit. Afterward, the tomatoes are dumped into a pulping machine or cyclone. The purpose of this machine is to separate seeds, skins, and stems from the pulp, leaving only the juicy, flavorful part of the tomato. Separation. The seeds, skins, and stems are separated from the tomato pulp. This pulp is then filtered through screens to remove any remaining impurities. Storing for later use. Some of the filtered paste may be stored for future use, but much of it is transported to the factory in large crates. Extracting tomato paste and preparing the ketchup base. At the factory, the crates of tomato paste are opened and dumped into a paste dumper machine. The paste dumper uses massive rolling pins to squeeze the paste out of the packages. Once the paste has been extracted, it sits in storage bins where it is mixed with water. This step ensures that the paste reaches the desired smooth consistency, making it easier to transport. Mixing process. Adding water. Water is added to the tomato paste to achieve a smooth consistency, allowing for better handling and flow during processing. Storage tanks. Once mixed, the paste is moved to storage tanks where it will sit until it's ready to be used for making ketchup. The ketchup making process. The base of the ketchup consists of 5 key ingredients: tomato paste, sugar, vinegar, brine, salt water, and a secret blend of spices. The next step in the production process involves heating and cooling the mixture to achieve the perfect ketchup consistency. The ketchup formula. Tomato paste provides a rich, tangy tomato flavor. Sugar provides sweetness to counterbalance the tartness of the tomatoes. Vinegar contributes tanginess and also helps preserve the ketchup. Brine enhances the overall taste with a salty, savory flavor. Spices. The exact spices used are a closely guarded secret, but they typically include garlic, onion, pepper, and other herbs. This mixture is then heated to a specific temperature, usually around 90 degrees Celsius, which helps preserve the pectin found naturally in tomatoes. However, some of the aroma and color may be lost during this heating process. Testing the ketchup. Ensuring quality. Before the ketchup is bottled, it undergoes rigorous quality testing to ensure it meets the required standards for taste, consistency, and texture. One of the key tests involves checking the viscosity of the ketchup using a machine known as a quantifier. Viscosity test. A certain amount of ketchup is placed in the quantifier and it is released to see how far it travels after 10 seconds. This test helps determine if the ketchup has the proper thickness. If it's too thick or too thin, adjustments are made to the recipe before proceeding. The weight of the empty bottles is measured before filling them with ketchup. After the bottles are filled, the weight is measured again to ensure that the correct amount of ketchup has been dispensed. Packaging and bottling. Once the ketchup has passed all the required quality tests, it enters the crucial phase of bottling and packaging. This process ensures that the ketchup reaches consumers in optimal condition with the right amount of product correctly sealed and properly branded. Each step of the bottling and packaging process is designed for efficiency, precision, and quality control to ensure that only the best products make it to store shelves. Bottling process. Filling. The first step in the bottling process involves filling the bottles with freshly made ketchup. This is done with advanced automated machines that are programmed to fill each bottle to a specific volume, minimizing the risk of overfilling or underfilling. The filling process is carefully designed to avoid any spillage, ensuring a clean, precise transfer of ketchup into each bottle. The machines are calibrated to prevent waste and ensure that each bottle contains the correct amount of product. Capping. After the bottles are filled, they move to the capping station. Here, automated machines securely place caps onto the bottles, ensuring they are tightly sealed. This is an important step as it helps preserve the freshness and flavor of the ketchup while also preventing leaks during transportation. The capping machines are equipped with sensors to ensure that each cap is placed correctly and securely, providing an airtight seal that protects the ketchup from contamination and spoilage. Additionally, the caps are inspected for any defects, ensuring they meet quality standards before moving forward in the process. Labeling. The next step is labeling the bottles, which is done using self-adhesive labels. These labels not only feature the brand's logo, but also display important information such as the ingredients, nutritional facts, and expiration date. The labeling process is automated, with machines carefully applying the labels to each bottle in a precise and consistent manner. Proper labeling is crucial for product identification, consumer trust, and regulatory compliance. The labels are designed to be both informative and visually appealing, ensuring that the bottles stand out on store shelves while conveying key product information. Packing. Once the bottles are filled, capped, and labeled, they are ready for the final step, packing. The bottles are grouped into trays which are designed to hold multiple bottles securely during transportation. The packing process is fully automated, with machines placing the bottles into the trays and ensuring they are positioned securely to prevent any movement or damage during shipping. Once packed, the trays are sealed and ready for shipment to distribution centers and retail locations. The entire bottling and packaging process is carried out in a clean, hygienic environment to ensure that the ketchup remains uncontaminated from start to finish. Stringent quality checks are performed at every stage of production, from filling to labeling, ensuring that each bottle of ketchup meets the company's high standards. With careful attention to detail and the use of advanced technology, the packaging process plays a vital role in delivering a product that is not only tasty but also safe and attractive to consumers. The final product. The result is a bottle of rich, flavorful tomato ketchup that is ready to be enjoyed with fries, burgers, hot dogs, or any other dish. The ketchup is packed with taste and the perfect balance of sweet and tangy, thanks to the careful steps taken during its production. Each batch of ketchup is made with attention to detail, ensuring that it meets the high standards set by the company. In conclusion, the process of making tomato ketchup in a factory is a fascinating blend of nature, technology, and precision. From the careful cultivation of tomatoes in ideal soil conditions to the high-tech harvesting and processing machinery, every step is designed to maintain the quality and flavor of the ketchup. Once harvested, the tomatoes undergo various stages, including pulping, paste extraction, mixing with ingredients like sugar, vinegar, and secret spices, and rigorous quality checks to ensure the perfect texture. Finally, the ketchup is bottled, labeled, and packaged for distribution. By the time it reaches your table, it's the result of expert craftsmanship and modern innovation working hand in hand. We hope this video has given you a deeper understanding of how this beloved condiment is made, and that wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of tomato ketchup production. From the meticulous farming practices to the high-tech factory processes, it's incredible to see how much goes into creating this beloved condiment. We hope you enjoyed this journey and learned something new today. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with your friends. We've got more exciting content coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep exploring and stay curious.